A woman's career is pretty interesting, right? Uh, you see many women who are dynamic, they're successful, they're capable, their career invested, they're upward mobile, and you see their careers sidelined. This happens every single day, whether as a result of hitting the proverbial glass ceiling, reaching what is called the glass cliff, or being tossed into what I call the glass dam. And by the way, I wrote um, an article on that, which I'll be more than happy to share. The point is, well ahead of sort of a self-paced or planned transition, women are sometimes forced sideways as their career trajectory changes. Their plans sometimes get derailed, and gets derailed in ways that might require significant intervention to get back to path or to move on to something else. When this happens, the future starts to feel quite uncertain, very different from how it was a year ago or a month ago, right? And unfortunately, the repercussions of a derailed career can be very significant. It can have real significant consequences. The typical career woman experiences this between what I call the second rung and the fourth rung of her career pathway ladder. So the second rung is where she's a few years, after entry level. Contribution and upward mobility is the goal, and she's working hard. The fourth rung is around where she's very strongly rooted. She has a view to opportunities that can define and solidify her long term goals and her long term future. She understands what an enduring career should feel like, right? So for women in business, it presents a little bit differently. So they might see what I call stagnation, right? Stagnation might show up as business stagnation. It might show up as investment stagnation, opportunity stagnation. The point is, women all over experience this. So when women find themselves here, right, there's typically a lot of unplanned near-term future, unplanned long-term future. So posterity is not even a consideration. So the question is, what is the way forward? What is the way forward that is consistent, that is controlled, that is consequential? The truth is, when you plan a journey, this is what I've learned. The best guarantee for success is to start with the destination and then create milestones or determine the milestones that will guarantee you get there. I believe this is exactly what women have to do with their career lives. Start with the future to determine the now. This is what the Economic Posterity series is about. Economic posterity is not a retirement plan, by the way. It is the concept that you can leverage strategies and strategic activities. You can leverage tools. You can leverage resources at your disposal, resources that you have gained to sculpt the future that you will love, the future that you want to share, and the future that you want to bestow on others. You see, women work way too hard to end up job irrelevant, but it happens. Women contribute too much to eventually lose their place in front, but it happens. Women give too much, way too much, to have the best withheld from them, but it happens. The Economic Posterity series will structure you, right? Our whole plan is, let's structure the path to have the end goal that ultimately matters, right? Isn't that what all this is about? Getting to that end goal that matters? That is why this course was built in the first place. And that's why Women in Technology International, WITI, has partnered with this course to make sure everyone can get to it. Look, I'm eager to have this conversation, right? On October 22, I hope you'll be there. There are conversations that we have, in the course of our lives and in the course of our career path or our maturity. But this conversation will apply to an entry-level woman, it applies to a middle-level woman, it applies to an executive woman, and it applies to a woman who's running her own business or is part of some organization. I believe that this is one of the most important conversations you're going to have. So I really hope that you will show up. I hope we can get together and have this conversation. There's so much more that I can tell you, but the most important thing I can say is that you can craft the future that matters. And regardless of how your career path has gone or it might go, starting that now, determining the future to create the now, is something that is completely within your reach. So I really hope I see you on October 22nd. Thank you.